Hi, this video will share with you exciting new solutions to the problem of clinic waste and the ways that practitioners can give back to the environment, all brought to you by the Acufast Earth Friendly Needle. Environmental concerns are one of today's leading issues, and practitioners are concerned about the amount of Acu-Trash they generate in their clinic. Let's do some math. If a practitioner sees 10 patients per day and uses 15 needles per patient, that results in the use of 1.5 boxes of needles per day, and if you multiply that by 5 days per week, you end up having 7.5 boxes of Acu-Trash per week. Or if you multiply that by 4 weeks, that equals 30 boxes per month, which equals 360 boxes per year. And that amounts to 1,160 liters of Acu-Trash per year. Or enough Acu-Trash to fill 1,961 venti Starbucks cups, or 580 2-liter soda pop bottles, or a 15.68 conventional 74-liter trash bins every year, and all of that goes straight into the landfill. And that's not it. The story does not end there. The type of needles and the needles themselves actually create different environmental burdens. Whether they're plastic handles, wire-wound loop, or pipe handle, they all have an environmental footprint. For example, plastic-handled needles with a glue spot require a thicker tube to allow that handle to stick to the tube properly. Copper-handled needles need to be processed with copper cyanide solution to prevent it from oxidizing. And perhaps you've seen copper-handled needles turning a little bit black in their packaging after years of being in the package and getting close to their expiry date. Well, these chemicals, to help protect the copper from oxidizing, are harmful to the environment as they're thrown back into the environment after multiple uses. And then there's the bane of many practitioners' existence, which is the plastic retainers that are used to hold the metal handles in place. And these are difficult to recycle and end up everywhere, you can imagine. Environmental burden of the medical paper that's used on a lot of the acupuncture needles is something that a lot of practitioners don't realize. But the paper that's used is a highly treated paper to prevent microbes from entering into the sterilized needle space. So this paper, to do that, requires many chemicals to be applied to it, and that has a heavy footprint also. And also the boxes that the needles come in are typically made from trees and or non-recycled paper, and they're also coated with shellacs and lacquers to give them a sturdier look or shinier look, and that again has an environmental footprint that's a concern too. The majority of needles are ethylene oxide sterilized, which is a highly toxic gas which does seep back after sterilization into the environment. It's a known carcinogen and has many health risks. Now, practitioners are comforted by manufacturers starting to try to solve this problem of Acu-Trash. So the first attempt was with the blister pack, in which needles are packaged in groups of 5 or 10, and often they include the tube with the bulk packaging. Now, this is a great step in the right direction, but often not convenient, and it takes a lot of practice because the needles are loose in the blister packs and make them prone to spilling and contamination. So because of our concern with nature and the interrelationships of everything through yin and yang, we as acupuncturists, acupuncture and TCM practitioners are even more conscious of the environmental impact of our practice. And so we have made a conscious effort to respond to the demand for eco-friendly materials. And we introduced the Acufast Earth Friendly Needle last year. Along with accessories, that will help practitioners not used to using bulk needles adapt to this more eco-friendly option. The needles were designed with the smallest packaging possible for maximum waste reduction. Pouch packs are made from PET plastic, making them fully recyclable in areas that accept plastic bag recycling. And we have 10 needles in each pouch with no tubes. The tubes are available separately. The handle length on these needles are optimized for comfort and a low carbon footprint. They require less raw materials for packaging and less plastic for the tubes. We also reduced the plastic in the tubes by 60%, which created the option of them being a little bit flexible, which has its own unique benefits in the clinic. They are optional also for the practitioners, so for those that are not using tubes, there's no additional waste. The boxes themselves are made from bagasse, which is sugarcane fiber. It's repurposed, biodegradable, and compostable and recyclable. No trees were cut down to make our boxes, and these boxes are non-coated also, so they it has a very natural feel. The Acufast needles are sterilized through gamma ray, and this is considered a more environmentally safe form of sterilization, and the sterilization lasts for up to 5 years. So beyond being earth-friendly, Acufast has several qualities that make it a top choice for any practitioner. We have a high-quality needle that's Korean-made. It's a spring-handled style, made from surgical-grade stainless steel. It's got a unique machine-sharpened, precision-made tip, and it is available in a coated and non-coated version. It also comes in the pouch packs, which are vacuum sealed to restrict needle play and protect sterility. And the pouch packs have a patented easy tear top, allowing for easy access to the needle handles inside. We also created some accessories that make it easy for all levels of practitioners to work with the bulk packs. For example, the magnetic Acuclip, which clips the shafts of the needle in place with the exposed handles available, so you can walk around without dropping the needles. We also invented the Acubase, which is used with the Acuclip. For each size of needles, you would have one Acuclip and one Acubase. And the Acubase conveniently parks the clip with the open pack of needles in there, and it parks the tube that the practitioner is using for the patient. The Acubase comes with 2 metal strips that have an adhesive coating on the back, so you can place the metal strip in areas of convenience, like on your clinic countertop or on your clinic tray that you walk around with your needles, or by your treatment table. And then when those strips are in place, you can then park your Acubase with the Acuclip on the metal strip, making it convenient to move around the clinic or place your needles in an easy, accessible way. So let's do some more math. If that same practitioner who uses 7.5 boxes of single tube needles per week, if they swapped their 30 monthly boxes of needles, which as a result is 3,000 needles, they will result with 3 boxes of Acufast. If they swapped from those 30 boxes to the 3 boxes of Acufast, their annual production of trash would be 12,642 cubic centimeters, which would be compared to 1,160,726 cubic centimeters of waste generated with their previous brand. Or that's 12 liters of Acu-Trash per year, compared with the 1,160 liters of Acu-Trash. And that really turns to be a 99% reduction in Acu-Trash. It's an astounding number. And it would take the practitioner using Acufast needles 96.7 years to produce the same amount of Acu-Trash with Acufast needles as it does in 1 year of single tube needle use. It is crazy, and we can do our part to reduce all that waste that would normally be going into the landfill. So we have generated a new movement. It's called the Acufast movement, and it's a reduce Acu-Trash balanced by reforest the planet movement. It's based in the idea of yin and yang, where the yin is the reducing portion of our action and our replenishing aspect is the reforesting the planet. It's a very exciting movement, and it is a worldwide movement that we're calling on acupuncturists and practitioners of TCM to reduce their clinic waste and give back to nature all at the same time. And our commitment to giving back to nature is for every 2 boxes of needles that are sold, we will plant 1 tree. So for a practitioner averaging 3,000 needles per month, or 36 boxes of Acufast needles per year, that would be 18 trees planted on behalf of that practitioner. And over a 30-year career, that would be 540 trees. That's very exciting. And if we had more practitioners join in the movement, that would be potentially millions of trees over the next number of years. And why trees? Well, we chose trees as a way of giving back because they help stop climate change by removing carbon dioxide from the air, storing carbon in the trees and soil, and replenishing oxygen into the environment. They offer cooling shade, block winter winds, attract birds, wildlife, purify our air, and prevent soil erosion. There's so many things that they do, and they are an essential aspect of our life here on the planet. So there are 5 ways to become part of the Acufast movement. Number 1 is go to the acufastneedles.com site and use the trash calculator. See how much Acu-Trash you can save by switching to Acufast Earth Friendly Needle. Then make that switch and switch to the brand and use the accessories for a seamless, efficient needle delivery system, and recycle the waste from the Acufast in the appropriate manners. Then when you register on acufastneedles.com as being part of the movement, you'll have access to the Acufast dashboard, which will allow you to track your trash savings and the number of trees you planted over time. And on that dashboard, you'll be able to download shareable graphics and resources and display them in your clinic and let your patients know that you're part of a needle waste reduction program. For example, every few months there will be a new PDF there with the number of trees that you've planted and what star level of tree planter you are, and you can print that out and share that in your clinic. There are badges and merit badges that you will receive as time goes on. The trash calculator remembers your initial usage, and then it'll just continue to produce the badges over time. And when you log in, and you can check your usage, and if you need to modify, you can do so, but you can then correctly reflect the number of trees you planted. And you can share these badges with your colleagues and patients by posting them on Instagram or social media. So if you've been thinking, I've been practicing with my current needles for years and I don't think I can change, we challenge you to be flexible. Really, in Chinese medicine, adaptability is essential for maintaining harmony in our patients, and we as practitioners also need to challenge ourselves to be adaptable to not only support our own personal health, but also in this case to support the health of the planet. If you've been thinking that you love your current needles, we also are confident that once you start working with the Acufast needles and the accessories, you'll love them too. As many practitioners has reflected that they are as fine of a quality of needle as the finest out there on the market today, and our planet will love you for doing the switch. And if you've been thinking, so there are needles, Acuclip, Acubase, I'm not sure how these parts work together, we suggest that you Go to our training videos on acufastneedles.com and you'll see how easy it is to use them all, and you'll have the Acufast system mastered in no time. So if you'd like to get some samples, please fill in the form at the acufastneedles.com website, and a distributor in your area will connect with you and get you the needles that you need. So some final thoughts. I'd like to say that there's a saying here that says the greatest threat to our planet is the belief that someone else will save it. And our challenge to you is that you are a change agent. You're changing the patient's health, and also we encourage you now to be part of the change movement of reducing Acu-Trash, and you personally can not only reduce trash but give back to the environment. So if you're ready to replace this with this, we know you'll love the Acufast Earth Friendly Needles and its accessories. So thank you for joining us, and we encourage you to be part of the movement. Join us. We're very excited to have you on board and make a change as a profession.